Hey, what's up? I'm on my way to have a conversation with black men about black men's health, and I was just curious, do you have any message for my generation?
You know, I have confidence that you, your friends, and your generation will bring about the kind of change that makes this a healthier and more just society. One in which our loved ones will not die earlier than they should. And I think that you could be an important part of that by working in your community to spread the message that we do have the power to create a better world. This is what is. This is, black men are dying before other men, sometimes 10 or 20 years before. So how do we make that fair? Do we have to accept this? Why do we accept this? And especially when we know that the people we love are dying earlier than they should, that's not fair. And if you know that, then let's figure out something to do to change that,
Give us one.
You look good, bro.
Thank you.
You all.
He
fixing himself. I love it. I love his energy. He makes sure his thing right. He'll be active. Be active one day. I love it. I love it. Paying attention to you pay attention to details. Yeah. You pay attention to details, little brother. I'm a teacher, and what I deal with at the beginning of the school year, most of the students, they don't like what they see in the mirror. They don't like what they see in the mirror. It's almost like a self-hate, and it perpetuates over generation and generation. So if you don't like what you see in the mirror, you're going to lash out or hate that which reminds you of yourself. That's where this black on black crime comes from. It's this self-hate, So if you don't have the culture or the self-love within you, you're not going to want to take care of yourself. You're not going to want to read about the anatomy, and you're doing it.
You're doing it. And be resilient, man, because then people might not listen. And don't let that deter you. I lost my dad, hypertension. My mom had a stroke. My grandmother had 2 aneurysms, survived both. So I have like massive examples. And then after I had these things on this side, when my family happened, I took more of a it's on me approach with my siblings, with my friends, with my brothers. And it's a lot of constant reminders, right? When my mom is sitting down and she's like not able to do something, I'm like, this will help you, right? This fruit help you loosen up your ligaments. She drinking a Gatorade. I'm like, stop drinking that. Eat this carrot, eat this cucumber. Let me put this little concoction together for you. And then my grandma will see me do it for my mom. And my grandma's like, yo, can you make me one? Say less. Now the example starts. Now it takes consistency after that. We don't just do it Monday and Friday. We gotta do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It was a small 5 minutes out of the day, little small chops, little small changes. Just you doing it. And then everybody else is gonna see, they're gonna see the results. How did you get that?
People gonna start asking you questions. Like, if you stay on it, if you find your purpose, like we talked about earlier, having that, if you're so ingrained in your purpose and you're just leading by example, you're doing it for you and your spirit. But the people around you are gonna be like, damn, I wanna be like that too. How is he like so buff? How is his hair so nice? How's his nail looking nice? They're gonna ask you questions, and then you can just put them on game, and then you're gonna see it slowly change over time. I believe advocacy and leadership, the 2 most important things that come to mind. Advocacy for seeing change in the neighborhoods, so trying to get rid of food deserts, which I think is a major deterrent for people eating healthy in our neighborhoods, considering how many corner stores we have versus supermarkets that offer fresh food that isn't spoiled. Even sometimes I go to certain neighborhoods, I want to shop, for my mom or my sisters or whatever to help them because, I'm the nutrition guy. I can't find the foods that that they can actually keep in their fridge for more than a couple days. You usually get the fruits and vegetables that only last a couple hours or whatever, or a couple days, as opposed to you go to Trader Joe's or somewhere in Center City, you have the freshest fruits. They just got that stuff in yesterday. So being able to advocate for that and just being able to teach, this is how you pick these things out, which leafy vegetables to get, which fruits are higher in sugar versus the ones that are higher in fiber. Finding ways to be creative. If you are on SNAP, if you don't have the ability to go and spend hundreds of dollars on fruits and vegetables, if you have multiple kids or you have a multi-generational household, what can you do to be creative to make sure that they eat healthy based on what you have, being resourceful?
One thing that black men don't like to do is we don't like to go to the doctor. We don't. And it's for a lot of different reasons. Mm-hmm. One thing you'll find, little brother, that we are dying on many levels. Our numbers as black men is being depleted in so many different ways. Police brutality, vicious police brutality, where you will be killed and you don't have to be armed just by the color of your skin. The fratricide, us killing one another for dumb reasons. That's another reason. Mass incarceration. Mm-hmm. So we're dying in significant numbers compared to other ethnicities. What we have to say to ourselves is, I can be in control of hypertension. I don't have to go out that way. Exercise is free. It's free. Exercising 30 minutes an hour a day, that's free. Water, drinking water. And with technology today, as my brother was talking about earlier, the information is there. You can find the exact numbers that you need to have for your height and weight and age, as far as your blood pressure is being taken. So you could find out the exact numbers. You can find out stroke numbers, the numbers that you may have to get a stroke. And you can actually go now to the store and buy a home monitor, and you can monitor it. You can monitor your blood pressure yourself.
Even go into our health and our history and our health medically, right? Even in medical books 2023 published, it says that black people have a higher tolerance of pain than anybody else. They have a higher tolerance. I remember when my mom gave birth to my little sister, they sent her home on nothing. Gave birth to the baby, good, go. 6 hours later, my mom's heart stopped. Temple Hospital said it had we not took her to that hospital in that time frame, if we went out to dinner or something and we left her in the house by herself, she would not be here today. You could have a ruptured spleen. They're like, you just got an upset stomach, go at home. And now you got an infection. Because they're not understanding. But also, we don't advocate for ourselves the way we should either, because we don't know.
If you're my doctor, what would you tell me to do now to keep my body healthy and to sustain a healthy life later on?
Physicians are not perfect. I would say to you as a physician not to take my word as law. Get that second opinion. And that second opinion may not even be a doctor. It may be another kind of practitioner. And as a physician, I think I would say to you to be open to that. How do we get back to that? The pre-colonial, the way we were supposed to. I read, like in the Caribbean and in like the Amazon, right? That there are these uninhabitable islands that are available to humanity. And what we did was we took those islands, and instead of trying to live on them or anything like that, we created gardens for medication and things that you would need for a long voyage across the ocean. But I'm trying to make sure that I can communicate something to all of y'all right now. And it may fade away after we leave here, but at least you're gonna feel something right now. And my hope is that you take that feeling and it drives you to do something else so that you can put something else into place for somebody else.
And if you love yourself, you must love your community. It can't be just love of self in a selfish way,
Yeah, it was a blessing talking to those 4 men. They just taught me so much about life, black men's health, nutrition, and just how to deal with a lot of things, and most importantly, how to
be able to maintain a healthy lifestyle as a black kid. So,
you know, if I truly love myself, I have to love my community. You know, I am because we are. I have to love my community. I am because we are. I have to love my community. I am because we are. I have to love my community.